Rob, what is our fourth main topic today?
Our fourth main topic comes to us from Everett Shimwell. Hi, John. In an interview with Variety, the Duffer Brothers revealed that there will be a body count, in Volume 2 of Stranger Things 4. With everything that's taken place in the first 7 episodes, who do you think could it be that dies? Do you have any predictions for the final 2-episode, the 2-episode finale? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
Yeah, tonight, it's game day.
Game day.
Several things. We got For All Mankind.
Yeah.
We got The New Boys. And at midnight, we've got the dropping of the final 2 episodes of Stranger Things Season 4. The final 2 episodes that combined are longer than the entire series of Obi-Wan. Still, our final 2 episodes, very excited about it. We know there are going to be people who die. Significant people who die. So I want to propose who I believe that's going to be. And then, Rob, I want to go to you and hear who you think it's going to be. There are 3 names I got for you. Actually, 2 names, because I'm freezing on the name of the 3rd character right now. But you'll know who I'm talking about when we start talking about them. Okay. First, I'll start with not a major name in Stranger Things, but has been a significant player this season. And that is the man with no face from Game of Thrones, the Russian prison guard who tried to get Hopper out, Dmitri. I think he's going to die. They've told too many stories about his son and wants to make his son proud. Doesn't want to, you'll get back to your son and all this kind of stuff. Dmitri ain't getting back to his son. So I'm going to start with Dmitri will die in the next 2 episodes of this show. All right. Now I'm going to go to one that I think everybody's predicting. And I'm going to throw my name in the hat on this one too. Steve. Steve is going to die.
I agree.
The one thing I have really not liked about this season of Stranger Things, I don't like this awkward, unnatural, forced rekindling of the flame between Steve and Nancy. I've actually found it, not only as a viewer do I not want those 2 to hook up, it's like it doesn't feel natural. Like it just feels very forced. But I feel like the reason they're forcing it is to increase the emotional impact when Steve bites it. So I think Steve is not long for this world. Now let me go to the 3rd character whose name I'm totally forgetting. And maybe you guys in the live chat. What's that?
They're saying Enzo?
Already mentioned.
Sorry.
Dimitri, yeah. So there are those 2. Hopper's buddy. The paranoid guy who goes along with her to go and rescue Hopper, who knows karate and all that. I'm forgetting his name. So guys in the live chat, if you guys know
the X-Files character, the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, basically the X-Files character.
Yeah.
I love this character.
The 4th lone gunman.
Murray.
Yeah.
It's thank you. Chris Clauser was the first one to throw it in, but also Blub, Bryce, Murray. I think Murray's going to die. And I think there isn't going to be a death on this series that's going to upset me more. Because this character's great. He's the funniest character on the show. But he's actually quite intelligent and smart, and he pushes the story forward a lot. So, and obviously Vecna. Vecna's going to die. I mean, that's obvious. So Vecna's going to die. But, so I would go Dmitri, Enzo. I would say Murray, and I would say Steve. Those are the 3 names. I don't think any of the kids are going to die. Not because they can't, I just don't think they will. But those are my 3 main picks for the deaths. Rob, we got the final 2 episodes, Stranger Things coming here. We know somebody's going to die. Probably multiple people. Who do you think those people are going to be?
I think you pretty much nailed it, but I got an off-the-wall prediction. I think Winona Ryder's going to die.
Big impact on Hopper.
Yeah, that's what I think's going to happen. That she's going to sacrifice herself somehow to get Hopper back. Because we saw they played off, the end of season 3 when they were together, and Hopper was the one that, he suffered the tortures of the damned in Russia. And I think that the mistake is that she wasn't able to save him from this horrible fate that he's been suffering. I think she's going to die. And I'm going to say this. I also think something else is going to happen. I think the season's going to end on a huge cliffhanger. And I think 11's going to be trapped in the Upside Down.
I could see that. I mean, look, one of the things they've already said in this season is that, because I'm hearing people in the live chat saying Vecna's the main villain. No, he's not. They've already said in this series, Vecna's just the general.
Mm-hmm.
The Mind Flayer's the main villain. Vecna's the general. So I think he's basically Count Dooku. That's who Vecna is. So they're going to brush Dooku aside here in a second and then move on to the main antagonist here in a minute. So that's why I think he's got it. By the way, I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing.
No, and she's going to seal off the opening to the Upside Down from the inside. She's always on the outside sealing everything. She's probably going to dispense with Vecna, but she's going to be in there, and that's going to be the big cliffhanger. And the Upside Down is going to spill out into our world or whatever.
We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Masterclass. You guys know we love Masterclass around here and have been talking about them for a while. With over 100 classes from a wide range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. And you guys know one of my favorite classes on here is Bob Iger teaching business strategy and leadership. I go back and watch that like all the time. But also I recently discovered the new class on comedy by Steve Martin, where it includes comedy screenwriting as he does this great case study for one of my all-time favorite comedies, Roxanne. I've gotten more into screenwriting by taking a class from Aaron Sorkin himself. And of course, you guys know I'm a poker guy and I love my good Canadian kid, Daniel Negreanu. And I've been watching his stuff on poker strategy. It's absolutely fantastic. So guys, we highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every single masterclass. And as a John Campea Show viewer and listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. So go to masterclass.com/Campea. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass. The only reason I don't know that they'll kill Winona Ryder is the fact that creates, for a story, it creates a problem that now you've got these orphan kids.
Yeah.
That can no longer be part, they're going to be shipped off and be part of whatever orphanage or whatever.
Well, I mean, parents die. And I think that that's going to be part of what season 5 is going to be about.
Let me ask you this. What about Hopper? They ended last season with the fake out, and we all knew he was still alive. Could they actually kill Hopper this season?
You know what? I think that he has earned more life because he really did suffer in a Soviet gulag. I mean, it was not a nice place to be. And I think that while Winona Ryder got her cushy life with her kids and, got to chill out, Hopper he was literally tortured. And I think that would be sort of poetic if Winona Ryder was in a way couldn't save him at the end of season 3. So she ends up sacrificing herself so he gets to come back. And then he becomes the proxy father for the kids.
What about this? Let's throw in another character here. What about Robert Downey Jr.? Eddie, the kid on the run, the dungeon master of their D&D game. Eddie, do you think he could be on the chopping block?
You know what? The thing about that is again, he's a character that has been in a way tortured all season. He's on the run. He's been blamed for things he didn't do, and he's the obvious cannon fodder. But he's the metalhead anti-Satanist. You've got a bunch of people that have accused him of things that he didn't do. He can't be the one to sacrifice himself because he's the new kid in town. It'll be too obvious. You kill him, it's like, of course. If you're going to kill people, you've got to kill people that have been around for a while, so the audience feels it.
Could it be both? Couldn't it be both? Couldn't he kill?
I think he's the obvious person. Like, we make you like him, and then we kill him. It wouldn't be surprising if he dies.
Let me throw another name out to you. I haven't heard anybody mention this one. What about Nancy? Oh yeah, she got her thing going with Steve. She got her thing going with, could Nancy actually? In many ways, she's kind of, other than 11, she's kind of been one of the cornerstone characters of the series.
Yep.
Do you think Nancy's head could be on the chopping block?
If her head's on the chopping block, kill her and Steve. They go in a blaze of glory together, saving multiple characters. And, it was their love that saved us. Because, look, I'll tell you one thing. This season of Stranger Things, they have not shied away from killing kids in horrible fashion.
Oh my God, it's been glorious.
And it has been amazing. I have so loved watching Vecna fold these kids up limb from limb, tearing them asunder. It's been awesome. Some of the best on-screen TV deaths ever. And what would be more glorious than lovers, potential, a flame that is rekindled, snuffed out in a Stranger Things graphic fashion where, like, can you imagine their limbs getting, like, intertwined and their death leaves them some desiccated husk in a embrace of horror? Bring it on.
All right, let me throw a couple more names at you. 11.
They can't kill Millie Bobby Brown.
Can't they? I mean,
can't.
Isn't the fact that we would even say that kind of maybe make her a prime candidate? At least, would it be fair to say that the death of 11 would be the most surprising thing they could do?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, they could, but they got one more season, and she's kind of like, she was the breakout star of the show. You know? I mean, people, look at it wasn't like anyone else was in Godzilla vs. Kong. You know?
Well, what about a couple of the main key kids? Particularly, I'm thinking about Finn Wolfhard's Mike and everybody's favorite Dustin. Do you think they could, or I mean, is it just you want to say, look, the Stranger Things is about that, it's expanded, but it's about those four main kids, and they're untouchable. Do you think they're untouchable? Do you think one of them could get knocked off here?
Well, I mean, you know, Dustin does have a new Netflix movie he's starring in.
Ari Gayton has a new movie?
Yeah. That was written by David Goodman, president of the WGA and executive producer of The Orville. That could happen. I could see that happening. He's got a Broadway career. But then what do you do? I mean, you know, they still have to come back for season 5.
Do they come back for season 5? Well, what about, here's one last one. Ethan Hawke's daughter, Maya Hawke.
Oh yeah, you can kill her.
Steve's best friend. Oh, really?
I mean, I like her. She's great, but she's a character they added in the 3rd season.
Right.
You like her, but she's not a foundational Stranger Things character. She's on the chopping block. Sure.
She's expendable.
All
right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, question is for you. We are right now about 12 hours and 20 minutes away from the dropping of the final 2 episodes of Stranger Things Season 4. I'm not a huge Stranger Things fan, but this season has been utterly fantastic. It's been great.
Well, let me ask you, as my employer and, you know, my boss and my friend, are we expected to watch all 4 hours of Stranger Things before the show tomorrow so we can discuss this?
I will. I'm not putting any expectation on anybody else to.
I'm just asking, because you could.
I mean, if you want to, by all means.
I think we have to. I mean, I think
we won't talk about it in a spoiler way tomorrow. We won't do an open spoiler discussion of it tomorrow because that's way too early, because there's 4 hours to cover. It's not like it's a half-hour television show where it's like, if you don't want to hear about a half hour of TV that was already made public, that's on you to avoid it. But 4 hours, we got to get.
I mean, it'd be like watching Abel Gantz's Napoleon in one sitting, but starting it at midnight. It's going to be rough.
Return of the King director's cut.
There you go, man.
Anyway, guys, question is for you. Who do you think is biting the dust in the final 2 episodes of Stranger Things? Maybe there's a couple of names we left off the list. Whoever you think it could be, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.